Hello, a very good afternoon to you and a warm welcome to Business. Managing partner at Consult Limited, Charles Mensah, has dismissed suggestions that the recently issued $2.5 billion bond by government must be cancelled. The minority in Parliament yesterday at a press conference asked that the deal be reviewed because of what they term conflict of interest issues. But speaking with Beatrice Edu on News Desk this morning, Mr. Mensah said this is probably the best deal Ghana could ever have.
Now that the fund managers are in the market, we probably have to now target the international business community, not international fund managers. I'm not sure, but for politics, yes, because politicians are playing games, so they would still play the politics. But in terms of finance, I think it's in the right direction. Because if you take Templating as an institution, they've been playing in our market for quite some time now. So this deal probably is the biggest that they've done so far, but they have been in the market for a number of years. Now, what this deal is doing for us as a country, there is an element of savings in terms of interest. And then there's an element of the quantum of money that ordinarily would have used to service the debt, i.e. the principal repayment would also come down. Why? Because there's an extension of the tenor, and that's why they keep on referring to as reprofiling the debt. So once you've extended the period between 7 years to 15 years, so ordinarily, if you had to look for $1 million a week to service the debt, both principal and interest, you probably would now, because of the 15-year tenor, you'll be looking for maybe 600 or 700. So it gives you some room for the fiscal space, so that you can do other developmental stuff, Beatrice.
Is it right to have deals with a company or individual you're linked to? Because people are raising Mr. Trevor and some other individuals who are linked to those doing the deal right now.
I'm not. You see, sometimes I get confused about these things, because when it is that the company itself, Templating, have been in Ghana in all these years, and they've participated in our bond market, what is new? Because they just continue what the business that they were in, so they're just continuing, except that they've increased the quantum.
The fear here, also coming from skeptics, is that the investor could redirect his interest before this bond matures. Is this not a huge risk for the country, looking at how much is involved?
Thank you very much. That's a very valid question. That's a very valid question, because it's huge. You got to make sure that at least you are meeting the expectations of investors. And
now embark on some expenditure cuts, revenue enhancing measures, and diversify your economy. That's the advice coming from the IMF to Ghana to avoid any shocks on the economy over expected pickups in crude oil prices. There are fears that price of crude oil could hit the roof soon as a result of threats by U.S. government to hit North Korea over nuclear missile tests, as well as Syria over the use of chemical weapons on civilians. The price of the commodity is currently trading at around $52 a barrel.
Where fiscal policy has to adjust to the new reality, in many cases by focusing more on domestic revenue mobilization, to some extent also rationalizing expenditures. Where feasible, where exchange rate regimes allow, the adjustment could also benefit very much from exchange rate flexibility, which helps to restore the value of revenues in domestic currency and thereby avoid deeper cuts in real spending. And also in many of these economies, there's a broader, longer-term need to diversify the economy away from commodity-based sources of growth into other activities. And the requirements in every country differs from one another, but it's a common need.
Mm-hmm. And a question from gentleman in the first row.
Morning. My name is.
That's all in business for now. We'll bring you some more updates on these stories and others shortly on the marketplace. My name is Emmanuel Abuaji.